Alright, abusuya mincha na misanso emo akwaba abusuya minfa wo emra channel so ha eda so aye be media je abusuya ene ne akoso ewo parliament na abusuya we de esewani na nsese meka ekiro abusuya ni na efa the energy sector scandal upon scandal abusuya ekoso under the administration of our former president Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo abusuya ene the majority leader Honorable Mahama Ayariga abusuya ene wama nisuo pana atai the minority leader Alexander Afenyo abusuya ene wa expose womo of $190 million na abusuya enye no kwa ensem no doso na sika abusuya ode atuja ho no enye easy utumu se enioma akoso ankasa ene die chese wama Alexander Afenyo wasu a enya ansam keto ene ensem a omo wachese wapulu ababon tena busua esewani na sese meka ekirompese yekọ ne tie ensem nimu ankasa enkyerem abusua se ne beya yebeti ase bia meka no mahunika ne yekọ ne yekotie mu yi abusua behuni a chese enoma ekoso under the administration of our former president abusua na senya container chese a containing ECG electrical cables hu sensem ye baaye no abusuafo ene omode ni na ade atudwa achese insem na no de yintie ne koso emra sese ha da so ye be mi de chabuso be so se obe subscribe e de amai bobo notification bell no fit more podcast update yintie ne koso emra sese
in 1 year, and this budget reflects it. We have shifted gears from a criminal handling of the economy to prudence. Indeed, the president had cause to describe the situation that we met in this country as a crime scene. Mr. Speaker, let me start with the energy sector. What is the record of the NPP in the energy sector? Mr. Speaker, they mismanaged the Millennium Challenge account Energy Compact 2. And in the process, they cost this country and we lost $190 million United States dollars. Mr. Speaker, by giving the distribution sector to a certain PDS which went and forged records in providing a payment guarantee. This is the record of the NPP in the management of the energy sector. Mr. Speaker, you want what is in the budget? You want what is in the budget? The situation at ECG is in the budget. Mr. Speaker, the recent container hold-up investigations report of the ECG reveals the mess at the ECG. Due to our negligence, demurrage of over 909 million Ghana cedis was incurred at the port. Mr. Speaker, corruption was at its height. Clearing contracts to the tune of 159 million was awarded. Mr. Speaker, a 127.6 million contract was awarded to a company which did not have customs house agent registration. Mr. Speaker, there was massive deviations in budget for procurement vis-a-vis actual procurements. 2024 planned procurement, and my friend opposite in 2024 at some point was chairman of ECG. 2024 planned procurement was 1.3 billion, but actual procurement was 6.8 billion. A deviation of negative 487%. And all these contracts were sole sourced single source procurements. Mr. Speaker, ECG owed power producers over 60 billion Ghana cedis. As of December 2024, ECG owed power producers over 60 billion Ghana cedis. The energy sector as a whole owed over 1.46 billion United States dollars. That is over 20.8 billion Ghana cedis. You stand here and you ask us, when is 24-hour economy starting? 24-hour economy will start when we have cleared the mess at ECG and we have created a 24-hour energy system. Mr. Speaker, what is the NDC management of the energy sector? What does the budget say? Mr. Speaker, the budget says that the energy sector has been better managed. We suspended all power purchase agreements. All power purchase agreements were suspended. We migrated all non-strategic state-owned facilities to prepaid metering systems. We are reintroducing private sector participation in power distribution without a PDS scandal. A second gas processing plant is being developed to save Ghana an annual expenditure of $350 million on liquid fuels to power generators. We are managing the energy sector more efficiently. With this project, Mr. Speaker, the second gas processing plant will save Ghana $481 million in forex every year. And Mr. Speaker, for those who are asking where are the jobs, when we construct the second gas processing plant, we will create 1,500 new direct and indirect jobs for the youth. Mr. Speaker, we renegotiated the IPP payments. Mr. Speaker, we have renegotiated the IPP payments from 1.4 billion. We have renegotiated and we are paying 1.1 billion. We have saved Ghana $250 million United States dollars in the renegotiation exercise. And even the 1.1 billion, we are spreading it over 4 years. And as we speak, this budget reports that we are current on our payments to the IPPs. Last week when I was flying into Accra from Kumasi, at night, it was a sight to behold. Everywhere was lighted. It was not like in the MPP era. I challenge you, when you go to Kumasi, come back in the night, fly at night, and as you descend into Accra, you will see the beauty of Accra under the NDC. Mr. Speaker, we are fully current, and this budget reports that $300 million have been paid to IPPs, and that's why energy is now reliably supplied. And we program to pay $345 million in 2026. Mr. Speaker, this budget reports that ECG is better managed now. And let me at this juncture single out for mention the excellent handling of ECG by its acting MD, Engineer Julius Pekwena. That proud product of Keta Secondary School and St. Augustine's College has proven that Ghanaians have what it takes to turn things around, and we will turn things around. In 2025, unlike the mess he inherited, he achieved 115% reduction in administrative expenses from 930 million Ghana cedis in 2024 half year to 2025 half year. Half of it was achieved. 115% reduction was achieved. 115% reduction in administrative expenses. The Haptel infamous contract was renegotiated. from 3% to 1.65%. And in the process, he saved Ghana 13.2 million Ghana cedis monthly, every month. The 13.2 million every month can construct many schools in your constituencies, many hospitals in your constituencies. It can add to the construction of Agenda 111 hospitals, and he has saved that. Mr. Speaker, he has terminated 202 underperforming contracts, saving Ghana $227 million United States dollars. And to cap it, he delivered a record-breaking revenue collection of 1.7 billion Ghana cedis in June 2025. Never happened. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so to say that this budget reflects a turnaround. Even institutions like ECG, which were totally mismanaged, which were corruptly mismanaged, which was being run bankrupt, even ECG has been managed so well that there is a turnaround. Mr. Speaker, all the agencies have similar impressive records. All the agencies, all the state-owned companies have similar impressive records. I just single out ECG as an example. But all of them, the port authorities, every one of them, they are all performing very well. And if you go out and check, you will confirm what I have said. Mr. Speaker, let's go to the mining sector. Let's go to the mining sector. Gold exports increased by 71.4%. We moved earnings from gold from 13.3 billion US dollars when last year MPP got only 7.7 billion US dollars. So from 7.7 billion to 13.3 billion. Mr. Speaker, that is because the Honorable Afenyo Makin, very, very smart forced and introduced the policy of gold board. Gold board, Chairman one. So Afenyo Makin, Atu Forsen. Mr. Speaker, the introduction of gold board completely transformed the sector, and we are seeing the impressive results. Mr. Speaker, the debate about anti-Galamsey fight, and I've heard members on this side indicate that because we allocated only 150 million Ghana cedis, then we are not committed to the debate against the fight against Galamsey. Mr. Speaker, I am surprised. Who are we using to fight Galamsey? We are using soldiers. We are using police. We are using security agencies. Is their budget part of this 150 million Ghana cedis? No. They have their separate budgetary allocation. And that budgetary allocation will go to fight Galamsey. And if they need additional resources, then we will add the 150 million Ghana cedis to them. Mr. Speaker, and let me add that if we want to be very successful in fighting Galamsey, we must support the retooling of our security agencies. And so the budget to buy new helicopters, the budget to buy military equipment for the armed forces, all that will go towards making Ghana very capable of fighting Galamsey successfully. Mr. Speaker, I have heard colleagues question the amounts allocated for retooling the security agencies. If you see the number of young people who throng the various stadia looking to have an opportunity to serve in those agencies, and the services, you will see the need for us to invest in those services. Because our youth want to join the army, they want to join the Air Force, they want to join the Navy. And if we don't retool them, if we don't invest in them, when they join, what would they be doing there? Mr. Speaker, and this budget has a provision for the cancellation of the tax on prospecting. If we cancel the tax on prospecting, do you know what will happen? Many of the areas that are plagued with illegal mining activities tend to be people's concessions. Because they have difficulty in prospecting, they are not developing them. When you cancel the tax on prospecting, all these companies will move in and prospect. When they prospect, they will relinquish some areas. And when they relinquish those areas, you can convert those areas into community mining sites. And you can also establish medium and small scale mining licenses there. And those people who are engaged in Galamsey, those who are engaged, if you go to all the places where we have serious problems, you will find out that the Galamsey activities are happening in people's concessions. And we need to encourage them to relinquish them. And they will only do so after they are prospected and established that they don't need those sites. But small-scale miners can do well at those sites. Mr. Speaker, what is the track record of the MPP when it comes to the management of our gold? We haven't forgotten. We haven't forgotten about the royalties deal. Japan royalties. Japan royalties. When you attempted to sell all the future gold of this country, you tried to sell all the gold, the future gold that will be mined in this country, the royalties. You wanted to collect the money ahead and spend it. It was when Ghanaians resisted that you stopped. That is why my uncle Mate Hamidu, in his corruption risk analysis, described someone as the mother serpent of corruption. It was as a result of what happened in the attempt to force Japan royalties on the people of Ghana. Mr. Speaker, let me go to the health sector. What is the track record of the NPP? I remember during Corona, there was a period of time when every day we will be locked up in our rooms, and then a certain man will come and say, fellow Ghanaians. Update number 8 of fellow Ghanaians. That's when he promised 88 regional and district hospitals. Later, it increased to 111.
Honorable Tobin, Honorable Member for Anya Sowotum, why are you in the habit of shouting from the back? Please, I didn't give you the floor to be on your feet. Please. Please. Why? We are all honorable members. And we need to behave as such. Yes, Majority Leader, continue.
Mr. Speaker, during the 8th update on Sunday, 26th of April 2020, promised to construct 88 regional and district hospitals. Within 1 year, Mr. Speaker, he later increased it to 111 hospitals. Each hospital, the district hospital, each hospital is to cost 17 million United States dollars. How many beds? 120 beds. Regional hospitals, each to cost 87 million United States dollars. How many beds? 160 beds. Mr. Speaker, the NPP spent $400 million without finishing one single hospital. $400 million, and did not finish one. Mr. Speaker, let's talk about corruption. Let's talk about corruption. Mr. Speaker, let me recall my Fufusu Primary School mathematics. Let me recall the assistance of my Fufusu Primary School mathematics. $85 million for a 160-bed hospital comes to 531,000 United States dollars per bed. The NPP wanted to construct hospitals, and per bed, it will cost the country 531,000 United States dollars. Full mathematics. Mr. Speaker, the district hospitals, $17 million per 120-bed hospital. By the same full mathematics standards, each bed is going to cost the Ghanaian 141,000 United States dollars. My brother, the minority leader, has constructed a big hospital in his constituency. I'm aware. He said it in this parliament. In Winnipeg. Is that how much he constructed the beds for, the hospitals for, per bed? Mr. Speaker, this is a scandal of monumental proportions. And like I said, $400 million spent and not one single hospital completed. When even one district hospital is just 17 million by your standard. If you divide 400 million by 17, how many would you have completed by now? And you stand in this chamber, and for the past 1 week, you have no debating point except to say that we have not made provision for the completion of Agenda 111 hospitals. If you wanted to finish Agenda 111 hospital, you would have done so. And I'll show you how. I will show you how. Mr. Speaker, as election approach, they pretended that 3 of them had been completed. One at Trede, one at Kokobin, the other at Bokro. What did they do? They went and hired generators, went there and started, put the lights on, got the old man, His Excellency the former president, to come and commission it, put the plaque there, and when he left, they took the generators away and locked the place. So not even one hospital is functioning. You promised 111 hospitals as far back as 2021. And you delivered zero. And NDC has been in office for only 9 months, and you expect all the hospitals to be finished. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that? What level of expectation is this? Mr. Speaker, the health sector is doing well now. The National Health Insurance Authority had its fund uncapped. And since then, an additional 3.4 billion Ghana cedis has flown to the National Health Insurance Authority. The highest in the history of the scheme. The highest. Mr. Speaker, healthcare providers are now more confident. They know that when they treat patients and they make a claim under National Health Insurance, they will be reimbursed. There is greater confidence in NHIA. And NHIA has become financially reliable, has become stable, and is trusted by providers. Under the NPP, it was collapsing. Mr. Speaker, I have heard from this side that adding the expenditure on the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Mahama Cares, amounts to capping NHIA funds. So treating cancer patients is bad? Mr. Speaker, this kind of argument can only be coming from people who are groping in the dark for an argument, because they don't have an argument. Mr. Speaker, if we hadn't awarded $100 million contract to Lightwave Solutions Limited for simply maintaining the records of hospitals, you would have had more money to finish Agenda 111 hospitals. Get fund. You borrowed under the Dachi bond and spent all the money ahead of its collection. You've forgotten. That's how you manage Get Fund. We came and we've uncapped Get Fund. And because we have uncapped Get Fund, so much money is going there. You are claiming that you introduce free SHS. But we can say we are better implementers of SHS. You are claiming that you introduce NHIA. I can say here that we are better implementers of NHIA. Because when you introduce and you don't finance well, the system will collapse. Mr. Speaker, common fund has now become common. Under the MPP, common fund was uncommon because they never released the money. We have uncapped and we are making sure that 80% of common fund money is going to the assemblies directly. And it is enriching the districts, creating jobs in the districts, boosting the local economy. And I can see that when you look at inflation, it's down. When you look at the indicators, they are performing well. All because there is vibrant economic activity taking place at the local level. Mr. Speaker, let me go to taxes. This budget marks a shift from an economy that was burdened with e-levy to an economy that is free from e-levy. You stood in this chamber and said that this economy will collapse if e-levy was not imposed. We have removed e-levy and the economy is doing better. Mr. Speaker, when you say road, they'll say e-levy. When you say you need a hospital, they'll say allow us to pass e-levy. When you say you want to employ teachers, they say e-levy. And they force us and pass e-levy. We have removed e-levy and the economy is doing better. Mr. Speaker, this budget marks a shift from an economy burdened by COVID levy to an economy that is free from COVID levy. COVID levy has been taken away. Mr. Speaker, this budget has also confirmed that our decision earlier in the year to remove the withholding tax on gold sales is indeed revolutionizing the gold subsector. Mr. Speaker, an argument has been made in this House by friends opposite that we inherited a good economy. And I've heard my colleague, the minority leader, repeat that argument here. And that it is because we inherited a good economy that we are able to promptly pay our debts. I heard that. Mr. Speaker, the reason why we are able to pay our debts is because we replaced fiscal recklessness and criminal management of the economy with honest, responsible fiscal management of the economy. We replaced recklessness with prudence. The era of bloated, opaque, and corrupt expenditures are no longer the order of the day. Because Atuforcing will not allow bloated, opaque, and corrupt expenditures. If that is what you say people are complaining about, this side of the House supports him. We will spend, but we will spend on the right matters. We will send the money to common fund. We will send the money to Get Fund. We will send the money to NHIA. Mr. Speaker, and we will spend and we will retool our armed forces. Mr. Speaker, if this government was dumping $58 million in massive holes in the name of building a cathedral, we would not have been able to honor our debt obligations. 97 million. Mr. Speaker, if we're looting and plundering the resources of ECG the way it was done in the past, we will not be able to honor our debts. If we're giving Haptel 3% of ECG revenues, we will not be able to pay our debts. ECG developed their own mobile app, and Haptel came and collected $12 million from them just to enhance that app. $12 million to enhance an app. And after that, they were taking 3% of the revenues that have been generated by the same app that ECG used their money to develop, for which Haptel collected $12 million to enhance. If we're managing the economy that way, we will not be able to honor our debt obligations. If we're wasting money on fraudulent schemes like Zipline, we're giving them $15 million to drop blood in rural areas. Those monies could have fixed the roads to those rural areas. Mr. Speaker, if Atufosun was approving monies so that we can give $108 million contract for servicing and maintaining our ambulances, we will not be able to honor our debt obligations. Mr. Speaker, $108 million to service ambulances, not to buy new ambulances, but to buy spare parts and service ambulances. This is how you manage the economy. That's how you could not pay the debts. That's how you put us in the kind of debt that you put us. That's how you had to do the debt exchange program. Mr. Speaker, if we were stealing GRA money under contracts similar to SML, where 1.5 billion Ghana cedis was paid to SML without proper evaluation, we will not have been able to honor our debt obligations. Mr. Speaker, SML, it is reported, when they added upstream oil contracts to them, the contract value ballooned to close to $500 million United States dollars. Indeed, I've come to accept their name, Strategic Mobilization Limited, to strategically mobilize and loot the monies of Ghanaians. If you were not strategically mobilizing and looting Ghanaians' money, you would have been able to construct 111 hospitals in 4 years. Mr. Speaker, now the former finance minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, wants us to sympathize with him that he is sick. Even when he was sick and his own MPs wanted him to resign, he refused and said he could manage the economy despite his obvious ill health. We're all here in this chamber. It was obvious that he wasn't well, but he insisted on managing the economy. Today, he's been called to come and account, and we are being told that we should sympathize with him because he is sick. Mr. Speaker, for 4 good years, he turned this chamber into a Bible school. I remember his famous his famous Bible quotations. Matthew 14:13 to 21. He referred us to the loaves and fish parables. I remember Deuteronomy 8:18. Mr. Speaker, after many years of tutelage, after many years of being taught by Ken Ofori-Atta, which we have learned the Bible. So today, I'll refer him to Luke 19, verse 1 to 10. Luke 19, verse 1 to 10. And since my brother started with a lengthy Bible quotation, let me also go through a lengthy Bible quotation. Luke 19, verses 1 to 10 says, Jesus entered Jericho and was passing through. A man was there by the name of Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector. What was Ken Oforiatta? Chief tax collector. He was in charge of GRA. And what do GRA do? They collect tax. So clearly, Zacchaeus in the Bible resembles Ken Oforiatta. A man was there by the name Zacchaeus. He was a chief tax collector and he was wealthy. A man who owns a bank, data bank, owns enterprise. Is he not a wealthy man? Is there no resemblance between Zacchaeus and Ken Oforiatta?